to the Vintage Needle Crafter. Today I'm going to do a tutorial for you on how you can make toe-up 2 at a time socks. Now what you'll need for this is a long cable needle, a 40-inch cable needle, and a stitch marker, and your yarn. Okay, back this up and hopefully you can see what we are doing here. All right, to begin this, hope you can see this okay. My camera's at an odd angle and I'm not having trouble with adjusting it. Okay, there we go. All right, to begin, what we're going to do is make a slip knot. We're going to pick up our needle. And then we're going to pick up the other end of the needle and we're going to hold it just like a fork. Okay? And that's one stitch here. So we're going to cast on the front needle. One stitch. Okay? That's how we begin. Now, from here on, we're going to alternate the casting on from the back needle to the front needle, like this. Pick it up in between, back needle, yarn comes down between, now front needle, yarn comes around to front. Again, back needle, yarn comes between, front needle, yarn comes in front. Back needle, around, pull the yarn in between and down like this, and then the front needle. And we're just going to keep going on this until I have 9 stitches for the first sock. Okay, there's 8, and once more, back, front, 9 stitches. Now that will be your first sock, okay? So slide this down, pick up our second strand of yarn, make a slip knot in that as well. We're going to hold this back here. We're going to put this on the same way we began the first sock. See, this will be the second sock. Okay, whoops. It is a little fiddly if you're new at this and when you're first starting. So we have a stitch here and back, so front stitch, back stitch, front stitch, come on, back stitch, until we have 9 stitches. Okay, we have 9 stitches on each side, front and back. Okay, there's your 2 socks. That's the beginning of your two socks. Now at this point, what we're going to do is we're just going to turn the needle around and we're going to slide this down and pull this one forward. And we're going to just knit down the row. Doing the first sock, oops, get in there, there we go. We're going to knit this down the row. You can also knit in the back stitch when you do the first round. That tightens it even more, makes it more secure, but I'm just showing you the front way. Okay, there we are. Hold it tight on the little tail. Now we're going to the second sock. Okay, we're going to drop this string. We're going to pick up the second string because we do not want to cross the strings, okay? or it will not work out. Okay, here we go. Down we go. Oops. Hoping you can see this okay. I hope my hands are not in the way too much. Going down the row. There. I'm going to drop that needle. Now we're going to turn the work around. And we're going to pull the needle. The front needle is going to be pulled forward, like so. Sometimes the stitches want to stick. There we go. And the back needle will be pulled out like this, okay? So, we're going to start again. This is going to complete the round when we go down around this way, okay? So just knit this down. It is a little fiddly in the beginning because you're working those first stitches, but just be patient. It'll get faster as you go. It will get faster. There we go. Keep that second sock separate from the first sock, okay? I am having trouble today. It's the end of the day. It was a warm one today here. Okay, we're at that end of, whoop. Just gonna go in the back, I guess. Boy, my yarn does not want to cooperate. Okay, so we're just gonna do the same now for the next side. Picking up the other string, okay? Do not cross the strings. You do not want to take this string when you finish this side and cross it over to the other one. You don't want to do that. Okay. So we got our correct string here. Move that back. And you also, I want to mention too, you should always have cable on each side as you're working. That way you won't lose your stitches or where you're at. Okay. My, sticky. Go, we're just going to work down this row. Whoop. Goodness. Yeah, that's why I say the first round, see, if you put it in the back stitch, it goes a lot faster. It's going to twist the stitch, which is what is nice. It'll be tighter, so I'm just going to show you this way. Here we are going down. Okay, oops. We're at the end of our row. Okay, at this point, we're going to drop the needle. We're going to turn it around again, and you want to be sure to keep your ends from getting twisted up, okay? So that completes that round. Now, once again, bring your front needle forward. It always wants to stick right there. Goodness. Perhaps I'm knitting too tightly. That's okay. And bring the back one forward. So that's what you do at every round. Now, here is where you want to put a stitch marker right in this first or second stitch, because this is going to let you know that this is where the round begins, okay? Let's see if I can adjust the lighting in here. It's getting a little dark. Okay, that's a little bit better. Now, with our needle in place, we're going to knit down this row, and this is the increase row. So we're just going to knit one, and then the way I increase is I increase in the front. Oops, oh, I dropped it off. Start over. I'm going to increase in the front and the back stitch. That's how I do my increases. And then we're just going to knit down here, all the way down. If you get stuck, you're having a little trouble, you can always knit in the back stitch. That's fine. Once you get past these first 2 or 3 rounds, it's going to be so much smoother. Okay, I'm just going to go around a couple more rounds. And on the increase, what you want to do is increase every end, okay? And then you'll knit the next round, and then increase the next round, and then knit the next round. So you're going to be increasing at each point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay? So each sock will have 4 increases every other round until you get to your number of stitches that you need for your foot. Okay, did another round, so now we're going to just knit this one. And you can see, whoops, I hope you can see, it clouded up really dark. I think a storm is moving in. But you can see it just goes a little faster. Just hold it. Go down the row. There, when you get to the end, drop that one string, pick up the next. Oops, make sure it's in the back. You don't want it twisted around the cable. You'll understand. You're making 2 at a time. And also the book, the Toe Up 2 at a Time Socks book, will guide you along step by step. I'm just giving you a little tutorial here so that you could kind of visualize it better than just the book alone. And this is the book. Okay. There we are at the end of the row again. See, that stitch was hard for me to put in the front, so I'm just going to go with it and put it in the back. It's not even going to matter, okay? Turn again. Front needle goes forward. Oh, and my yarn is twisted over. You want to keep that yarn situated the best you can, okay? I don't know why that is so hard to push. I'm a tight knitter when I do socks. Okay, again. Front needle, push forward. The back needle is going to come out. And you just keep going in this fashion. Down the row, and then drop the yarn and pick up the next one. And we'll show you what the toe looks like in just a moment. Okay, we're back to our beginning. And in this round, we're going to increase. And you can see we have a little toes forming here. That's so nice. Okay, we're going to keep knitting a little bit longer, and I will show you the progress. Okay, so this will be an increase round. I'll show you again. So we're going to knit the first stitch, and then we're going to knit in the front and knit in the back. Then we're going to go down the row. See, it's getting faster. When you got something to hold on to and grab onto when your sock gets going, it is a little easier. Okay, knit in the front, knit in the back, and knit one. Again, here's the second sock over here. Release that yarn, pick up the next yarn. Now we're knitting one stitch, and then we're going to knit in front and knit in back. You're just going to repeat that. Go down. You're going to do, well, you're going to do the same thing when you get to the end of the row here. Going to knit in the front, knit in the back. It's a little tight. And knit the last stitch. And you can see this is the process of how you make Toe Up 2 at a Time socks. So you're just pulling that front needle forward every time. straightening out your yarn, making sure your socks are separated, and the working yarn, pull the needle forward. And that's all there is to it. Well, I hope you were able to understand. I hope you're able to see this okay with what I was trying to demonstrate for you. I thank you very much for tuning in and watching today. And I hope you give this these socks a try, because you really can crank them out fast doing them this way. And it relieves that second sock syndrome. Well, I thank you for watching, and please give it a nice thumbs up. And please be sure to subscribe if you like more content in the future. I'll be having more tutorials and things. And I appreciate you very much. Have a wonderful day.